Hi, lovelies. So I have been absent, if you can't tell. So lately, basically, like everything that I've been doing since I last saw you guys, and just why I've been so crazily absent. I've only made 4 in 1 year. That's just insane. Pretty sad. But the reason is college and college decisions and college applications and then college work and then everything has to do with college. So senior year, fun stuff, fun stuff. You're supposed to enjoy it. So I just kind of wanted to give some points and tips that I've learned through my own little college process and college application process, and just things that I think that any future seniors could use and to their advantage, and things I wish I knew. Okay, for one, so starting one, if you are young enough to where, like at least freshmen, not at least, like, I don't know, anytime. Take school seriously. Oh my goodness. It's not that I never took school seriously, it's just I had my moments when I would slack off, or I let my thyroid symptoms and my thyroid issues get the best of me and my grades slipped. And I could go to a very competitive school, and so that is crazily bad, and it's just been a disaster. So yes, I really, really advise you to listen to your parents and actually do well in school. And I advise you to take up as many opportunities, possible jobs, volunteering, all that kind of stuff. It looks great on applications. And not only applications, but you learn so much from it, and you have so many experiences, you meet so many good people. I mean, it's just good to do for life. So I do just research into what would be good for application. Maybe look at application, examples of what you would be putting on those applications, because when you get to it and you don't put a lot on there, then what are you going to do? You can't lie, because they'll probably figure it out, and it's just kind of like you're screwed. So don't end up in that that position. But I didn't necessarily get in that position, but I do wish I did more. Like, I wish I took advantage of so many things. Like, I found out about so many different clubs I liked and all that kind of stuff this year, and it was too late to join, and that really sucks. And just to make like even more friends, to have fun with your current friends, to learn so much other things, do other things, to have just there's so many clubs that you can use to your advantage in so many different ways, and not only clubs, but jobs and opportunities, internships. Internships look fabulous. So if there's something that you want to do, and especially if it's a competitive field like film is for me, it's very competitive for me, and go for it. Go explore it and get experience through clubs and internships. And yeah, it takes time out of your day, but I think it's worth it. Especially if eventually your time will be consumed with the college that you want to go to. Second of all, don't let the dream school haunt over all your college decisions. Just because you liked it there and that was where you were planning to do, and even if this applies still if the only reason you want to go to that college is because you're a legacy and that kind of stuff, your parents want to, everything. Don't let it just because don't let the fear of changing your ideas for your path be scary. Because things change, you look into colleges, you start to see other colleges you like, maybe, and all this other kind of stuff can apply. Financial and beyond financial, the area, what is there at that moment, how you feel there. I really, 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 really recommend going and checking out the campus and the environment, because there's just this feeling you get when you're comfortable there. And if you're not going to be comfortable there, then it's not worth it. So even if it's a dream school with a prestigious name and all that kind of stuff, remember that you're You are the one that's going to be going there, and you are the one that is going to get that education, and it's beyond just what name is going to be on your degree. If you go to that college but you don't get anything from it, then you're not going to be able to apply to anything, and you're not going to do well at your job, and you're going to get fired anyways, no matter what kind of job you get. So, I mean, it really does mean so much to go to a place that you actually can learn at, and you can actually understand, and you'd actually enjoy, because if you don't, then you're wasting 4 years of your life anyways, so it's not worth it. You're going for yourself. Don't let anyone else's opinions, whether it be looking down on where you're going, because in some communities that does happen, which is such a high schoolish thing, and then you kind of have to realize, I'm not going to see most of these people anyway, so does it really matter? Also, you know, a lot of things you might be exaggerating over how your school might be perceived anyways, because eventually people don't care. So, and then also, like, if your parents want you to go somewhere, if your family thinks you should go here, you know, there's a lot more to it, and you just kind of have to be like, suck it up, people. This is my decision, my life, my future, my education, my friendships, my experiences. I'm going to make the decision for me, and eventually that decision will find you, and sometimes that decision is not college at all, and that's scary. Sometimes, unless you're very confident with it. I've left that option open for like a year, because I mean, I'm going into film, so education for me is a lot of to do with experience, networking, learning, you know, the word usage, learning the history and all that kind of stuff. But I want to go to an actual formal school to learn everything, even though it's really not required, and it doesn't, like, a lot of filmmakers make note that it does not guarantee you a job. And that's the thing with mine, is it doesn't really matter where I go, which is kind of nice, because no one's going to be looking at it and be like, oh, they go there, so let's hire them, because I don't really think any of my employers would even look at it, period. So, I mean, do it for you. I'm doing it for me. I want to learn more. I want to experience a college life. I feel like I can get experiences that I can put into my artwork and my work. So that's why I want to go. For the most part, who knows? I might take off a year. I don't really know. And I don't know what the plan is, and it's kind of scary. I've got 2 months to figure it out. But I've applied to 8 colleges, and it's stressful. Here's another tip. Start doing it in the summer. Start researching it. Go visit when you have the time. You know, go with friends, but don't make that, I mean, I recommend not following because of relationship, because remember, you're the one doing it, not your friends. You can go for friends, but who knows if they're really going to be your friends at the end. It's hard, cold hard truth. You start to realize who's really putting the effort into your friendships and who's really not. And it's kind of sad. And even I am starting to see that, and the year hasn't even ended. So, you know, who am I going to have to put effort into? And it's just, they should put effort into it too. They don't, then what happens? You grow apart because you guys have 2 different futures. And so don't follow friends, boyfriends, because you never know. And focus on your heart. So cliche, but so true. And I fully believe that your path will find you. Even past your college decision day. May 1st comes around, you freak out, okay, I'm going to go here. Even if you go there and, you know, follow your heart still. If you go there and you still don't like it, I'm getting red from touching my chest. Okay, that sounds weird, but yeah. So even if you go there and then you decide that this place isn't for me, I don't really like this environment, the education wasn't what I thought, I'm not feeling myself, then something's wrong and you should look into transferring. But if you got to think that all of the options through, and if you think there's a possibility you might want to transfer, that is okay. But you've got to look into what kind of, you know, credits you're going to need and what the competition is. So look into every aspect. I recommend hours and hours. It is so annoying and stressful, but once you like know everything, I recommend keeping a journal. I keep a journal. See, it's called my college prep. I can't show you because this is my name, but college prep, and I've kept it since junior year, and I write as much as I can, and I am tearing apart this puppy the next month when I'm getting all my acceptance letters, and I am looking into everything, 8 colleges, people, and I am going to figure this out, and I'm not going to leave a page unturned of information online. But even through everything that you learn online, you've got to subtract yourself too, and then you have to look at it, like pinpoint it. Like, here's my options. So sometimes if you don't get into the school the way you want to, also remember that it doesn't really matter because you got in. And even if it can be very confusing and there's strings attached to it, all that stuff, you have to think clearly and be like, do I want to go here? And my counselor made a really good point, and I love this outlook she told me today, and it was just like, boom, fireworks went off. This is how I'm going to figure out where I'm going to go, because I've been stressing, people, stressing. I don't know where I'm going to be in a year's time. I don't know where I'm going to call home, and that's scary. But she said to me that I want to go into film. I'm very lucky in knowing where I want to go. I really recommend that you try to figure out an ideal, thing you want to study, because it's easier to get into places. But don't just listen to your parents. So many of the people are like listening to parents like, you can get more jobs this. You want to make sure that you enjoy it, because if you don't enjoy it, then your life is hell, and it doesn't really matter if you have money. I mean, it still does, but it doesn't really matter at that point, because you're going to be miserable. Don't do that. I fully believe that you can have a job and a career that you are happy about. And sometimes it might annoy you and drive you nuts because you have to go anyways and you just want to sit on the couch and sleep and watch TV. But that's natural. But either way, what I mean is that at the end of the day, you're not hating your life. If you're at that point, and I see so many adults do it just for money, and it's that's not worth it. There are so many other jobs you can get money and enjoy. Just do your research, be nice to everyone, keep your options open, just use common sense, be a respectable person, and just be smart about what you're looking into and what people offer you and what people say, and just remember to keep you in mind. Always do you. All these people that have been like, oh, well, my boyfriend's not going there, so I don't think I can go there and all that stuff, I always say, just remember, be you. And I'm being serious. There's so many people. My mom did it, and all those people that followed their friends, and then it was just high school again. I'm sorry, but why do you want to go back to high school? We've done 4 years of that. Now it's for a new 4-year experience. And so just make sure that you're careful. You could follow your friend. Maybe you love it there. Maybe they went there, their passion, showed you the way, and you were like, wow, I like it too now. And, that's fine. Maybe that will be fun. Maybe that you've been friends all your life. That it's not going to be, you're not going to grow apart. But that boyfriend for the 5 months, just be careful. And I'm not saying you should break up with your boyfriend or your friends or anything, but always keep in mind for you. And that's what married couples should do too, because that's how a relationship works, is that you support each other on following your own ambitions and help each other be better people. That's friendships and romantic wise. So yeah, do you. And don't let anyone else's opinions, thoughts, desires, school rivalries, schools that their own dream schools that they couldn't get into, so they want you to get into. Don't let any of that be an aspect, because at the end of the day, you're going. And if you're okay with the way you're going there, and if you're okay that at the place you're going and the time and the thing you're studying and you're passionate about it, and that at the end of the day, all that studying and being there and having to live there is going to be worth it, and you're going to be happy and not miserable out of your mind, then you're making the right choice. So look into all the different schools. I'm going to another college fair, and I've already applied, and just to get more information, sort it out, and I'm going to do what my counselor said, which she said to find the school, because there's colleges and then there's schools within that college, and find the school that you think has the right principles, will teach you the things you want to teach, has the right experiences, connections, opportunities, internships, all that stuff for you, and then that will lead you to where you want to go. And I've been focusing on just like the social aspect, like, here it's in this city, and then like here, I have these clubs, I have this like, Christian environment and this friends, and I think these people look cool, and I guess, I think the guys are pretty hot. I'm serious though, like when I watch like football games for college like college football games, I used to look and make sure that the guys were hot. That's so bad. That's so bad. Don't follow that. That was a mistake, and I will not be deciding based on that, but I did have it as an aspect. But there's always going to be a hot guy somewhere, and there's always going to be, God's plan will find you. And in the end of the day, my mom has always been saying, and I believe it too, that the right opportunity, the right school will find you as you work out everything, and it'll just fit. Once you get all the financial stuff through, and then, look into the college, what opportunities, what options you have, and you just sort it all through, and that's what this little magic book of me is going to help me with, then you're going to find your path, and you're going to figure out where you want to go. And then, so don't worry as much. That's my last tip. Start early, so you can actually enjoy your senior year, because I've been in the head. And don't worry too much, because remember, you're still in high school. Enjoy it. And I'm starting to start to realize I have only 2 more 6 weeks, and that's all I got left to enjoy. And I've got to do it. All the signings are done. Homecoming's done. I have 1 more break. And every year when spring break rolls around, I'm like, wow, we're so close to summer break. And this year I'm sad about it. And that's a lot to do with I've been wasting the past 6 weeks because I've been going crazy about college. So go and actually, put the effort and time into it, but also enjoy high school and senior year. And those are my little tips. I can't edit this video because I have to edit a college interview for one of the applications, which is so cool that they let you do a video. So I kind of did a vlog style, but like create a twist. I don't know. So thank you so much for watching, and I love you guys, and I'm going to try so much harder to make better videos, because like I said, I'm trying to enjoy life again. Thank you. Thank you, not having to do even more applications. Can't wait. And don't let senioritis take over, because every drop helps. Every drop of grade point, every drop. And you got to learn how to be responsible, and you just got to take the, harsh reality of responsibility and working hard and studying, because apparently college is a lot harder to study for. So seriously, don't think that it's over. Your education just began.